Look at the world's most successful people. The CEOs, the innovators, the billionaires. You've been told they spent their entire youth grinding in libraries and networking at fancy galas. But that is a massive lie. Most of the people currently shaping our reality didn't start in a boardroom. They started in a lobby. Today, we're killing the lazy gamer myth once and for all. We're looking at the titans of industry who proved that mastering a controller is the ultimate training for mastering the world. Let's dive in. First up, we have to talk about the man currently powering the AI revolution, Jensen Huang. Before he was the leather jacket-wearing king of GPUs, he was a regular at the local Denny's, but not for the pancakes. Jensen was obsessed with the technical limitations of early 3D games. He realized that the raw power needed to render a 3D dragon was the exact same math needed for the future of humanity. He didn't just play the game. He literally built the shovel for the AI gold rush because he wanted his games to look better. Talk about high-stakes side quests.
I don't know how to teach it to you except for I hope suffering happens to you. And I was fortunate that I grew up with my parents providing a condition for us to be successful on the one hand, but there were plenty of opportunities for setbacks.
And what about Bill Gates? People think of him as a serious software guy, but back in the day, he was a total gaming nerd. At 13, his very first software program wasn't a spreadsheet. It was a game of tic-tac-toe.
I wrote my first video game in high school. NASA had just landed people on the moon. So we all had moon landing fever. Someone had written a text-based lunar lander game, and I challenged myself to write my own version of it.
Tic-tac-toe. He literally learned how to talk to computers just so he could play a game against them. And it didn't stop there. Later on at Microsoft, he got so addicted to Minesweeper that he had to delete it from his computer to actually get work done. Imagine being the richest man on Earth and getting outplayed by a digital bomb grid. Next, we have the Woz. Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, wasn't just a coder. He was a straight-up Tetris addict. We're talking Game Boy glued to his hands levels of obsession. I'm not joking. He was so good at Tetris that Nintendo Power magazine literally banned him from their high score lists because he was always #1. He actually had to start submitting his scores under a fake name, Evitz Kainzo, which is just Steve Wozniak spelled backward. He was literally smurfing in a magazine in the 80s. Think about it. The man who designed the first personal computer saw the world as one giant puzzle. If you can fit a long bar into a 4-block gap under pressure, building a motherboard is just another day at the office. Then there's Larry Page. The co-founder of Google grew up in the golden age of strategy. He has admitted that his interest in system thinking came directly from games. When you're playing a strategy game, you aren't just looking at one unit. You're looking at the entire map. That is exactly how he approached the internet. He didn't want to find a website. He wanted to index the entire game board of human knowledge. Google isn't just a search engine. It's the ultimate high-score leaderboard for the entire World Wide Web. Even Mark Zuckerberg was in on it. In middle school, Zuck was obsessed with making his own games, just for fun. He'd have his artist friends draw characters, and he'd build the code around them. Before Facebook, he was basically a one-man indie studio. He even built a messaging system called ZuckNet, so his family could chat across the house. He was building Discord for his family before Discord even existed. And of course, Elon Musk sold his first video game Blastar when he was only 12 years old. 12! Most of us were struggling to pass a middle school math test, and he was already shipping code to PC magazines for $500. Even now, running SpaceX and Tesla, the man is obsessed with Elden Ring and Polytopia. He treats life like a massive open-world RPG with zero respawns. He once said that games are the only thing that truly engages his mind.
Part of the reason I got interested in technology, maybe the reason was video games. So probably wouldn't have started programming if it wasn't for video games, or wouldn't have been as interested in computers and technology if it wasn't for video games. So I think
For Elon, sending a rocket to Mars isn't impossible. It's just a really difficult boss fight that no one has cleared yet. So here's the takeaway. The next time someone says you're wasting your life behind a screen, show them this video. Success isn't about avoiding the game. It's about learning how to win it. If you're a gamer and you're ready to take over the market, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments, what game taught you the most about life? I'll see you in the next level.